So we lost Sean at the very end of the stream. He got killed by, we got ambushed by the Greys in Rhodes. Rhodes is currently on lockdown, which is not great. So we're going to have to go talk to Dutch and see what's up.
That's one nice looking horse you got there. How about we see how fast it is? First one to Caliga Hall.
All right.
Sure, why not?
Ready? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, Jen A. Oh, she cut. She cut. That's cheap.
Skies above. What's happening?
And we're off. You gonna challenge me to a race like that? Oh yeah, the mag interview I did have a comprehensive rundown. That's right, Skog. Those of you that go into Discord, you'll see in the announcements tab, I was interviewed by Laptop Magazine, and they actually took all of the equipment that I have. If you want to read about it.
How about that, huh?
Come on, Jen A. Damn, this lady's fast. I'm gonna take a page out of her book.
How are you doing that?
Because I'm cheating. That's how I'm doing that. Come on, Jenny. Come on, girl. Come on, Jenny. Final stretch. Come on, girl. Yeah. Oh.
That's what I want, honestly.
You gonna pay me?
Damn horse acting up on me. Of all the times.
I know, girl.
Easy now.
I know.
Take care of yourself here.
Easy, girl. Easy, girl.
Okay, girl.
Easy. Okay. All right. Nice job, girl. Nice job. Let's get you a treat, huh? Do I even have a treat for you? Yes, I do. Here's an apple. Yeah. Good girl. All right. Woo! Got her done. Undefeated. Never lost. We didn't get any money for that. Oh my god, look at this. We are... not great. This is not great. We got to go through... I don't know that we want to go through roads in order to get... We're going to go around here. They motion cap the horses, Caboozle, as far as I understand, so it makes sense why they look so great. It really does, Shelbs. It's true. That has been almost universally true.
Yeah.
First thing that happens sets the tone. So does that mean we're going to have like a fast-paced, crazy night tonight? We'll see. Yeah, we're not well liked around here. That's for sure. Well, it's going to be really interesting here to see what Dutch says about the fact that we lost Sean. I'm going to check out this homestead first, though.
Okay, then.
Oh, shit. I forgot to turn my overlay back on. There we go. Red Dead Redemption isn't in the corner above your face cam. Yeah, no, I fixed it. I just forgot that I had my overlay off. See what's going on in here. Howdy, folks! Cocaine gum. Anything good in here? Canned meat. I'll take the canned meat. Take an apple for Gen A. Okay. Close the cabinet, Arthur. Yeah, last night was intense. We had a lot of stuff going on. Part 16 was something else. And this kind of feels shitty. Like I'm stealing food from people that probably don't have a ton of money. But alas, they left their doors open. Can't be doing that out here in the Wild West. What do you think this is, Reykjavik? Got some hair tonic. Looks like maybe some pomade. Here we go. Small billfold. Some money. Silver ring. Alright. Clear them out. Open this here chest. Shotgun shells. Rifle cartridges. That's helpful. Another nightstand. Take ourselves some potent snake oil. Alright. Alright. I do declare. This is a full house. Kind of like what I tend to get on the river when we play some poker, am I right? Room number 2. What do we got here? Well, well, well. Some leftover spaghetti plate. Man, y'all don't do your dishes? That ain't no way to live. Oof. Tattered. It's a sad state of affairs in here. What's up, Jugger? Good to see you, buddy. Ground coffee. Fireplace is still going. Who leaves their house with the fireplace still on? That seems dangerous. A lot of bottles. A lot of liquor. Go out back. We just robbed these folks blind, and they're not even here. Let's go, Gen 8.
You all right, girl?
Nice job.
Yeah.
All right, so as I was saying, it's going to be very interesting to see how Dutch handles this, how the rest of the camp takes Sean's death.
Get your mouth into it. Use your legs. That's what you have them for Pete's sake. Don't put your hands hard. Come on, come on.
Assholes. Ain't messing around this time. Oh, we got 2 letters. Letter to Pa. Dear Pa, I'm sorry I left the house in such a huff. For that, I must apologize. But the thing is, you are wrong. No offense. I simply do not care what Jesus or anyone else says. I am a student of science, and as such, and having read a lot into the subject, I have to assert my position again that commingling between the races is not merely wrong, but also dangerous. But to be quite clear, this is not a position, but a scientific fact. I have read all the research. Look at big cats. There are tigers and lions and leopards and things, and they are all different. That sort of proves it. Same with trees. There's more than one kind of tree, or colors. There's red and blue and so forth. So it is with races. White people like us to dominate, and others to do work which they are suited. This is science. I am done with school. Sorry about the money you spent, but the place is full of fools. I'm heading out west. I will make my fortune there and prove my theories correct. I am not an arrogant blowhard, as you so rudely put it, but a man concerned with saving the human race. I am sorry we parted on such terms, but I am afraid I have no patience for fools, and to hear you, Mother, and Teddy speak, well, I felt nothing but shame. You all educated and you all educated and white. Shame on you. Well, I'm a man of destiny, and I plan to prove it. Nothing will stand in my way from forming a white utopia full of people just like me. Well, I don't have to tell you all everything that's wrong with that letter. But it is interesting. This is why cults are so impenetrable. This is not something that you just logically talk a person out of. This is a person who has made up their mind and has cognitively biased themselves in every way, shape, or form into that conclusion. You start with the conclusion, you build your story from there. This is literally the product of full inductive reasoning and cognitive bias. And he's using false equivalency to make an argument that just doesn't work. But you will see people stretch far into the depths of whatever logic it is that they can muster to justify their position. The point that it destroys relationships, like it did with this man's family. This is what cults do. They prey on this. For him to claim that it's scientific fact, in a lot of ways, he's not entirely wrong, because there was some really crappy stuff that came out during this time period about skull shape and all that kind of bullshit. People that were seen as respected. Like, this is why it's important to have, like, when people in power are incredibly regressive and bigoted and are making up research to suit their narrative, that's what makes this so dangerous, because people like this can fall back on that as a way to legitimize their argument. So it's really scary stuff. This is not a guy you reason with. This is a guy where the only way you get him out of this is experiential moments that create enough doubt on these convictions that he can get out of it. But beyond that, this is where boundaries are important. This is where law enforcement and people in power forcing shit like this out is important. These are the people that cry free speech. Say that their rights are being taken away. That's not what this is. You have freedom to say what you want and to believe what you want, but that also comes along with consequences. You're not free from consequences for the dumb shit you say or do. So I actually really like that we get to read that letter, because it peels back the curtain on the type of ideology and how strongly held it is. And then this person's going to be subject to something that what's called the backfire effect, which is when they are presented with counter arguments and counter logic to their conclusions that they've made, rather than use that information to lean into dissonance and perhaps expand their expectations of the world. Instead, what they're going to do is they're going to polarize into their prior position. And people do this all the time. We watch it, and we actually find it appealing and stimulating when we see it represented in media. You see it in sports media all the time, where people are polarized against each other and they just keep doubling down on each other instead of working to lean across the aisle. We see it in politics. It's interesting and it's stimulating to us, but it's also dangerous. The backfire effect doesn't really push for people to sit through cognitive dissonance. So you're also seeing with folks like this an immense lack of distress tolerance. Because in order for us to sit in dissonance and actually challenge our beliefs and ideas and biases, we have to be willing to be uncomfortable. And that's not something that these folks are willing to do. They're uncomfortable at the idea of progression. They're uncomfortable at the idea that maybe their simple story for things is wrong. So they polarize, they pigeonhole themselves. They don't come across they'll cut off all their relationships in lieu of the ideology. Terrifying. All the more reason I don't feel guilty about killing these guys. And I'm going to leave them dead so that other people come across them and see it. And they know they're not welcome. I hope I didn't start a forest fire. Did I just start a forest fire? No. Okay, good. Woo!
Yep.
Oh boy. All right. Let's see what we got here.
Yep. Everybody just calm down. Now, I know you're worried, but we have everybody looking for him, and we are going to find this boy.
Oh boy.
We're going to find the boy. I promise you. Arthur, have you seen that boy, Jack?
Where's my goddamn
Oh no
son?
way.
Where is he? Where's my son? They took him, didn't they? They took my son.
Who took him?
We think the Braithwaite woman took him.
Oh.
Kieran saw a couple of fellows sound like Braithwaite boys.
Where's my son? If anything, where is my son, Dutch Vanderlyn?
We will find him, we will bring him back to you, and we will kill any fool that had the temerity to touch one hair on that boy's head. Abigail, you have my word.
Just get me back, my son.
I will get that boy back, so help me God. Right now.
Dutch! We just heard about Jack. You need some extra guns?
Yeah, why not? Micah, Kieran, anyone strange turns up, you kill him. Rest of you, let's ride.
Oh man.
Okay, let's go get that boy back.
This is awful. This is also exactly why people stay with the group. Right here. These moments. Something happens. Now granted, the group is at fault for why something like this happens, so it's kind of a never-ending cycle. But look at this, right? We all come together, and we're like, let's go. No questions asked. No questions asked. This is why people stay in the group. Groups are safe. Groups help each other out. So when things are calm, right, you start to see fragmentation because people have more autonomy. Shit hits the fan, boom. We're on our bonds. Here we go. Jenny, this is not the time.
What we was up to, Dutch? Yeah, we just got shot to hell by the Greys in town.
I know. I heard about Sean, too. I don't want to even think about that right now. We have to focus on Jack.
He's right.
I swear, I killed everyone there.
Easy, John. Try to stay calm.
I'm fine.
How the hell did they get to him?
I don't know, but we are getting him back and they will pay. I promise you that.
What about the gold?
All right, Bill.
Damn about the gold. They got Jack.
I hate to break it to you, but I don't think there is any gold. Or if there is, it's hidden somewhere no one knows. What? I've turned every stone.
Christ's sake, Hosea. After all that, another perfect scam.
We underestimated them.
Jenny, what are you doing? Come on. Come on, girl. Jenny!
There is no point arguing how we got here. This is where we are, and we are going to fix it. So come on! Yeah. Okay, get your heads right. Nobody makes a move until I say so.
Oh, this is intense.
All right, everyone, dismount and come to me. We'll go in on foot from here.
First Sean, and now Jack. We should have stayed out of all of this.
Bit late for that, ain't it?
Quiet. We're going to fix this right now.
Like they don't know. I'm coming.
Arthur, are you coming or what? We don't have all day. Come on, let's get this done. John, you sure you're okay?
Like I said, I'm fine.
Follow my lead. Both these redneck families think they can ruin us? I don't think so.
There they are.
Who steals a goddamn boy?
I'm gonna let fly at those sons of bitches.
John, I need you to stay calm. Get down here now, you inbred trash!
I hope we're right. This is gonna be bad if we're not right.
Easy, John.
We've come for the boy. You must have known we would.
Shouldn't have messed with our business now, should you?
Whatever complaint you have with us, alleged or otherwise, that is a young boy. That is not the way you do things. Hand him over.
Get the hell off our land!
Oh boy.
If you ain't gonna be civilized about this. Watch those balconies! Watch out here for any other arrivals. Get it! Find Jack and find that Braithwaite woman!
Can't imagine she's still in here.
Jack, can you hear me?
Jack, you in here? Jack? Oh, shit!
This must be where they're holed up. There's something pushed up against it.
Open the goddamn door!
John, Arthur, we'll hold him down here.
Oh shit.
Got more coming in. Arthur, get out there. We got this door covered.
Grab the rifle by the chair if you need it! You're done!
I'll kill you.
I'm gonna walk these rocks!
We're gonna get out of here.
That's how you want to do it?
Look out! I'm coming from the right!
Let's find a way into that room.
And Jesus, I think if we could fight through that many guys, we could get through this door.
I told you there's no getting in this way. They've got it locked.
All right. Guess we'll go around then.
It's blocked, but I reckon it might give.
Why don't we just go through the window? Watch out, John. Let a real man do this.
2, 3.
You want me to kill you too, old woman?
You bastards!
Where's the boy?
We have lived in this house for 120 years. We never had no problems except for
Where
Yankees.
is the boy? Who took him?
You killed my son!
Oh, and I will surely kill the rest of them unless you start talking.
Oh, I know your type. Common scum.
Where is the boy?
You filth.
All right, we get her out of here.
What about down?
Now let's get this hag outside. Any more of her sons to deal with?
No, reckon they're all dead.
Holy shit.
That's right. Burn this dump to the ground. You boys sure Jack ain't in here?
We searched everywhere, Dutch.
You got that one, Arthur?
I guess that's the end of the goddamn cribbage game.
Come here.
All right, Hosea. Wow. Wow. What a set piece. Oh my god.
Down! You damn Yankee! I never liked you.
Why'd you take the boy, Mrs. Braithwaite?
You stole my
Boys are off
liquor.
limits.
You stole my horses. Ain't no rules in war, mister.
Matthews,
Yes, yes, that's it.
where's the boy?
Why would she tell us now?
My sons gave him to Angelo Bronte. So my guess is Saint Denis. Either there or on the boat to Italy.
Let's go.
Arthur, come on.
What we doing with her?
Leave her.
I told you she was crazy. It's gonna work out, John. It's gonna work out. Listen to Dutch.
Now, I don't expect you to understand this, but I have never been more proud of you than I am right now, brother. You're doing the right thing.
If I don't get that boy back safe, she'll kill us all.
I know, but looking at this logically, well, that boy is fine. They took him to scare us. Nobody takes a boy to harm him.
He's right, John.
What do you think, Arthur?
The boy will be fine. But, well, of course Marston's scared rotten. I mean, we killed all those people. We stirred up all that trouble. For nothing.
No, not for nothing. For living. Now, we get that boy back, and we go. Trust me.
Hey, Dutch, we got a problem.
Not a problem. Visitors.
Oh, God.
A solution. Good day, fine people. Mr. Vanderlinde, Mr. Matthews, I presume. And who are you?
Rip Van Winkle.
Huh. Good day, sir. Agent Milton, Pinkerton Detective Agency. Agent Ross. Ah, Mr. Morgan, nice to see you again.
And to what do we owe the pleasure, Agent Moron?
I don't know if you're aware, but this is a civilized land now. We didn't kill all them savages only to allow the likes of you to act like human dignity, and basic decency was outmoded or not yet invented. This thing, it's done.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized. It's man, so in love with greed, he has forgotten himself and found only appetites.
And as a consequence, that lets you take what you please, kill whom you please, and hang the rest of us? Who made you the messiah to these lost souls you've led so horribly astray?
I'm nothing but a seeker, Mr. Milton.
You ain't much of anything more than a killer, Mr. Vanderlinde. But I came to make a deal. It's time. You come with me, and I give the rest of you 3 days to run off, disappear, and go and live like human beings someplace else.
You came for me? Risk life and limb in this den of lowlifes and murderers so that they might live and love? Ain't that fine?
I don't want to kill all these folk, Dutch. Just you.
In that case, it'd be my honor to join you. Excuse me, friends. I have an appointment to keep with...
I think your new friend should leave now, Dutch.
You're making a big mistake. All of you.
Yeah, dreadful. We have got something. Something to live and die for. How awful for us. Mr. Milton, stop following us. We'll be gone soon.
I'm afraid I can't. And when I return, I'll be with 50 men. All of you will die. Run away from this place, you fools! Run!
Come on.
Get your damn hands off of me, boy.
What now?
We get out of here. And quick. Any ideas?
I know a big old house, hidden in the swamps outside Saint Denis. I'm sure they'll find us eventually, but it should buy us a few days.
A few days is all we need.
There's a spot out by Shady Belle. Lenny and I got into that dispute with the previous occupiers. Place is well hidden.
You and Arthur, ride out to make sure no one else has moved in. Lenny, you go follow those fools out of here. Make sure that they leave. And John, we'll get Jack back, and we'll get going. Rest of you, get packing!
Come on, John.
This is crazy.
We'll get packed up, but
Ooh, jeez. How much time you got, chat? Oh my god. This is when the group's at their best. So when we're on the move, we're on the run, we're against the cops, the detectives, the world, civilization. I mean, Dutch has basically projected the entire thing that we do as a group onto society. That's a whole other thing, but wow. It is really interesting to watch the group come together in crisis like this. Because everybody immediately latches to Dutch. Dutch keeps his cool. I got to give him credit for that. Dutch does not panic when stuff is hitting the fan like this. And that is, people are drawn to him. At every given point, Dutch does exactly what he needs to do to keep people drawn to him, and I actually give him credit for that at this point. He is in some ways trying to sort of like martyr himself, but he's done it in a way that like the group was never going to let him go. I think that was a show of force. Him saying, yeah, I'll take you, and then seeing everybody in the group pull their guns out in support of him. That's what this group's all about. This group doesn't really know who they are without these moments. We're just as bad as we're saying that civilization is. Catherine watching all of her sons die, not great. I mean, I get it. We're going after Jack. We don't really give a shit about the Braithwaites. I can understand why we would take them out. Never a huge fan of vigilante justice, but that's the kind of thing that works in this world. They absolutely took Jack to send a message. It worked. She's going to be miserable. So, leaving her alive, I think, was more of a torture to her than killing her. That's all I really have to say about her. This is where the group meets their mettle. This is where everybody's role shines through. We are direct. We are calm. We are focused. We all have a part to play in this, and now we have meaning. When Dutch says we do this for living, I don't think he's entirely wrong. These are the moments that are novel and exciting, and even though they're bad, right? It's like we wouldn't want this. It is interesting. And that novelty is something that this group chases. It's what gives them life. It's certainly what gives Dutch life. When we stagnate by being in the same place over and over again, we see everybody get bored. We see them fracture. We see them create drama within the group. This is gonna bring everybody together. We're seeing it. This is the second time now in this game that we have watched the group have to move. And every time it's been a well-oiled machine while we did it. Kind of unfortunate that we're missing out on Sean's memory through this, but we're doing what we got to do. The links are just on a delay, Ellie, that's all.
we need a new spot, Arthur.
All right, let's go, John.
Yep. Follow me. I know the way.
Yeah, links are also in the description of the video.
It's gonna be all right, John.
We should be going for Jack.
We will. We have to move everyone first before that bastard Milton comes back with an army. We ain't no use to Jack in jail or at the end of a rope.
I don't even know what to think no more.
Just gotta keep our cool. Be smart about this.
Smart? Are you joking? We made too much noise once again. We drew them right to us. I mean, how many people we killed the past few weeks?
Far too many.
It's Dutch playing his games. Hosea, too. Getting involved with those two families. Master con men working their magic.
They thought there was a lot of gold.
Yeah, they thought there was money. Ain't there always?
Look, Marston, I don't know what to tell you. Things don't always work out. That ain't nothing new.
Jack's gone. We lost Sean, Mac, Davy, Jenny. And for what?
We can't change what's done. We can only move on.
But one day, we need to start learning from our mistakes.
Come on, it ain't all bad. We've had a rocky run, but we'll be okay. We'll get through it.
Dutch will fix it. Dutch will come up with a big plan. Right now, every plan gets us into worse trouble. We're getting further from where we're meant to be going.
Now, you can't put all this on Dutch. You're worked up, and rightly so. Just don't get too far in your head with all this. You'll never get out.
Says the man who gets too far in his head with all this and can never get out. This is a this is a perfect example of splitting. Oh, I know I've explained this before, but for those who haven't heard me explain it, splitting is a concept that is often talked about in psychodynamic therapy, where we take a trait or a process and we see an oversimplified version of it that we split as either being good to have or bad to not have, or vice versa. Skepticism is the split that we're going to talk about here. When presented with, so loyalty is the thing that is seen in this group as being good. Skepticism would be the bad as it relates to this, okay? The lack of skepticism, good. Skepticism, bad. When Arthur is presented with a bunch of people who are loyal, he becomes skeptical. And we see his skepticism when he's by himself. And we see that he kind of accesses that in a way that, like, you know, we look at all these other people as being good, and Arthur is looked at as bad for being skeptical about the group. And everybody works really hard to try to make sure that he's not skeptical. When John is with John, or when Arthur is with John, and John now is expressing skepticism and is challenging the convictions of the group, Arthur splits and becomes loyal all of a sudden. Right? John being skeptical, bad. Me being loyal, good. So he says to John, well, it ain't all bad. He's coming up with all these justifications for the group in the face of skepticism, because skepticism is something that he himself holds. And I think it's really hard for Arthur to access his own skepticism because, like he just said to John, it becomes a black hole that you can't pull yourself out of. When these guys think really hard about the group, they start to polarize against it. They start to realize that the group is indeed causing a lot of problems for them. In this case, the group's decisions led to John's son being taken away. Well, Arthur needs John to not think about it, because that's the only thing that's going to keep John in the group and keep rolling. This group fractures if they start to think about all the consequences of the fact that their group is operating in the way that it is and is following the direction of Dutch and Hosea. So this conversation with John is very interesting to me, because we're seeing Arthur's resistance, I think, be a compensation for the fact that this is something that he thinks about a lot. And he can't afford the empathy of John in talking about this, because it means that the two of them might sit here and go, you know what, you're right. And then they're confronted with, but what does that mean for us if we don't believe in this group anymore? We see the ping-ponging between loyalty and skepticism a lot here. And it's always biased in the direction of loyalty good, skepticism bad. Even though whenever somebody expresses skepticism, everybody is empathic toward it. And that's why we have to force people away from it. John has every right to be skeptical and angry here. I personally, Dr. Mick, am with John on this. And I've mostly been with Arthur when he's expressed concerns about this. We're actively making choices that are causing problems for this group. We're hurting the group at this point. How much do we need? What is it that we really need to do here? What's our amount? It's just, I don't know. I mean, we're seeing a lot of this.
It's a goddamn mess.
It is a mess, John. We could have bought a ranch with the bank heist. Yes, we could have.
What are you stopping for?
Is the Braithwaite Gray situation blowing up in our faces an example of triangulation or something else? I think it's just a poor decision. I don't know that I'd call it triangulation, as we would conventionally understand it. I mean, think about this, chat. We're now 17 episodes into this, and I'm tired of the group. Like, this is not a group that I would want to be involved with. I'm tired of what this has done to everybody in the group. It got Sean killed. It gets all of us hurt. It got Jack taken away. So what? So we can be excited by the fact that we're constantly on the run because we're these vigilante outlaws? Like, at some point, we got to outgrow that. And John's right? Like, at what point do we do something different? At what point do we learn from our mistakes? Arthur saying we can't change the past, we just have to move on, is not the effective way to think about accountability and using the past to learn from. That's an enabling perspective. Well, what happened can't change, so that's not the perspective you want on the past. The perspective you want on the past is, holy shit, there's a pattern of behavior here that's hurt a lot of people. We need to make different decisions as a result of that because we keep saying the same thing every time and it never turns out. This is becoming more about the idea of the carrot at the end of the stick than about the carrot at the end of the stick. That's a very important distinction to make. You might not do it in a one-off, but these guys have been in this for years. We have been in this for 17 episodes. They have been doing this for years. We got to start challenging this. Hard to do, but I bet if we if we started whispering, if we unionized, so to speak, I think we'd find that a lot of people share our convictions on this. It's true, Mona. That's the problem, for sure. Major costs sunk. There's not a lot of options here. Because we're now all associated with the Vanderlyn gang, we're all on the run, right? Like, people don't even have the benefit at this point of being able to go live their life. We had an opportunity there. If Dutch really believed in people being able to live a better life, if he really believed that that was something that was possible for the group, I think he might have actually considered going with the Pinkertons there. I think he would have looked at Arthur and said, it's your group now. Take him. Use that 3 days and get the hell out of here. I think if he really wanted to put his money where his mouth is, he would have done it. But he did not. I understand that if he goes with him, it means that he's in jail. I understand that he's got a survival instinct, that he's going to want to keep living his life. But if his entire goal is to give this group the freedom from the law, freedom from civilization, and the Pinkertons, the very group that are after them, offer him and the group a chance for that to happen, that, of any moment, is the opportunity for Dutch to martyr himself. That would absolutely lock in for people. We are free because of Dutch. Dutch made the ultimate sacrifice for our group. He put his money where his mouth is. But he didn't. Because Dutch needs the group. He'd be sitting in a jail cell with a completely lost sense of self because this has never been about him taking care of the group. This has always been about the group being a means to solve his personal vendettas and convictions. It's these processes that highlight this stuff. You get so much information from watching patterns in how people show up in certain contexts. You get so much information from how they communicate, what they do, especially when it's patterned. Don't ever forget that. Do you think Jack being taken impacts Arthur more than he lets on? I don't know. I'm sure it bothers him. And I'm sure that, again, if Arthur accesses his anger and his skepticism, it immediately creates dissonance with his role and belonging in the group. So it's what makes these dilemmas so unbelievably complex. I think if Arthur allows himself to get as angry as John, he's going to start to doubt the group too. He's going to go back to Dutch and say, we have to fucking stop this, man. This is insane. But instead, we've turned this into just more things that the group can do. We look like we're loyal. We look like we're looking out for each other. But it's perpetuating all the same shit over and over and over again. We're seeing people stuff their emotional response to things out of necessity, out of group survival, as a form of assimilation, basically. When the group pulled out their guns, it was the same time. It felt like what Dutch said was some sort of cue. It possibly could have been. That's an interesting observation. Exactly, Skog. This is why Dutch finds us threatening. Yes.
You ain't got to follow me around.
I'm not. You went ahead of me. You think another part of why Arthur's trying... Hold on.
We chose this life. He didn't.
I don't know. I think this life chose us.
You, me, Dutch, Hosea. It's been a long time now.
Sure has. Lots changed.
I sometimes wonder if things was ever the way we remembered them. If we were ever who we thought we was.
You're
Every
okay,
second counts here. Come on.
We chose this life. This life didn't choose us. It's such a bullshit retort from Arthur. It is old hat. It is so annoying. We are the ones that are actively making the choice to perpetuate all the shit that's going on here. Us. We chose to follow Dutch into this stupid-ass plan to try to leverage the Greys and the Braithwaites. We chose to carry out the plan in the same way that we are choosing to ride out to this house with John Marston right now. This didn't choose us. That's a convenient way to defer the accountability that we have for the choices that we make. It's just a really stupid excuse. And I think it's lazy, to be completely honest with you. I think Arthur has had to construct a whole bunch of lazy explanations at this point for why he continues to do what he does. Because the reality is, if he, again, like he said to John, if he thinks too hard about it, it stops making sense why we're still here.
Like I told you, don't go down a rabbit hole with this, Marston. That won't help nothing.
I treated Jack bad. Abigail, too. I didn't want to believe he was mine. You know, when I was lost on that mountain after Blackwater, part of me thought I could just leave again and no one would ever know.
But some wolves thought otherwise. Look, you're here now, and this spot we're going to, it's close to Denis. As soon as we get the others safe, we'll find this Bronte and get Jack back.
So what is this place?
Lenny found it. Big old run-down plantation house. Another gang was holed up there for a while, but we sent them on their way. Probably moved on to one of their other hideouts, what's left of them. Where we got that dynamite for the bank job. Shouldn't be any trouble. Just need to check it's all clear.
Now, where have I heard that before?
A million times before, John. Arthur saying don't go down the rabbit hole is to protect himself as much as it is to protect Marston. And I say protect in quotations. Which I actually want to make a point about internal resistance. Sometimes you can actually learn a lot about yourself based on where you feel a sense of defensiveness. Right? John Marston says, this is bullshit. Arthur gets defensive. I think anytime any of us gets defensive, feels a sense of resistance to something vulnerable that another person is saying about something that we share a common interest or conviction with, very important to ask ourselves why. Why am I defensive here? And more often than not, that defensiveness might have to do with the fact that you are protecting yourself. That Arthur's saying to him, don't go there, is because he goes there. He knows the pain of what it is to be in that spot. He knows what it is to experience that skepticism. Him shutting Marston down is more about his fear that if he goes down that wormhole too far, it's going to hurt him. That he's not making it about John. He's not listening to John. If he was genuinely curious and empathic and interested in what John had to say, he would look at John and say, yeah, tell me more about what's going on for you, man. But he's operating off of his own projections, his own convictions about something. Something that he experiences as too vulnerable to access on a regular basis in any meaningful way. John doing that is pulling it out of him. People feel that when you interact with them from that space. Marston is absolutely going to feel a sense that Arthur is not present for him. He's not validating, that he's not interested in what he has to say. And it's going to create distance in that relationship, because what John is trying to say is legitimately vulnerable. Not even just emotionally. It's vulnerable from like a survival standpoint. And Arthur's shutting it down because he hasn't learned how to manage and process his own skepticism about the group. We have to be aware of these things internally in order for us to engage more meaningfully with people around us. Is my point to make from this. Arthur resisting dissonance? Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is. We all are. We all do it. We all want to make sure that cognitive dissonance goes away. Dissonance from an evolutionary standpoint is risky. As we make this walk, I want to take a second to say to those of you that are here right now and have been watching the streams live every night at 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, thank you so much for being here, making the time to enjoy this wonderful game with me. I hope that my playthrough, that my explanations, that some of the analysis has been interesting to you, that you're enjoying this as much as I'm enjoying it. Those of you that watch the VOD, thank you so much for watching the playthrough. If you've been binging it, whether you've been watching it as every episode comes out, I appreciate your support of my channel as well. No matter how you consume my content, please take a second to hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications if you want to catch me live. Consider a membership if you want to support the stream financially. I will never put this stream behind a paywall, but those of you that do support the stream financially, particularly when I'm offline, I want to say thank you very much for all the support that you provide. It means the world to me that so many of you support what I do. Follow me on the other social media down in the description. I love all of you, and I'll keep doing this for as long as you'll have me. All right, let's go.
Should be just down this path to the left here.
Your other left, Arthur, but all right. Jenny, come on. Come on, girl.
It's okay, girl.
Jesus. Come on, why are you so skittish tonight? I love this music. Do you think Arthur would have made a better leader of the group than Dutch? Not on the offset, no. Or on the outset, no. I think Dutch has to be the leader in some ways. He's the one that has to band them together because he has the charisma to do that. He has the idealistic... Like, Dutch is the beacon of idealization. He is the personified form of the essence of the group. Arthur is not. I think now Arthur would be a good person to take over But I think the group does need Dutch.
We're moving up in the world.
You ain't seen inside it yet.
Come on. The sooner we get this done, the better.
But no, I don't think the group would really do well without Dutch. I think they need to have that charismatic leader. Doesn't mean it's a good thing, though.
Place is empty.
I ain't sure on nothing.
All right. Let's leave the horses here and take a look.
That was interesting. All right, here we go. No idea what just happened.
Oh, shit! It's them again!
Still some here.
I can see that. You think there's more of them?
I'll check the house. You keep watch out here.
Any Lemoyne stragglers? All right, we got the Lemoyne boys in here.
I think I hear something. You should get in there.
You'll pay for every life you took!
Come out with your hands up. You can still walk out of here.
Not really. Not if we pop their heads off like that. I don't know that I want to light up those explosives.
Any more of you upstairs? I'm coming for you. You hear me?
Come at me. I dare you.
Dead or alive. You're leaving this place today.
Where are you creeps hiding? Come out where I can shoot you!
Tough guy.
I knew you'd come soon enough. You were some of the coward, like you. The bounty hunters, the freedmen, the carpetbaggers, the army of criminals who stole our land and our government. I survived them all. Our fight will live on.
He's gonna shoot himself. Yep.
Jesus.
How's it looking up there?
I think that's a lot. Didn't even have to shoot the last one.
Good. Come help me with this, will you?
Well, this is his choice. Oh, what's up, Juice? How are you, buddy? A gold nugget? Oh, shit. I'm looting the place, John. Chill. I'm in the best of health and state of mind. Love to hear that. Yep, everything's fine, John. Just chill. Just checking the place out, seeing what we got available. All right, John. We're clear.
Here. Give me a hand moving these bodies. Don't want the others walking into this.
All right.
Are you gonna help me carry these then?
Yes, John. Just chill, brother.
Follow me.
Who mins mustache-wise, Justus or Arthur? Always Justus. You kidding me?
All right, this way.
He's got the best stash west of the Atlantic Ocean. Dump the body in the swamp around the jetty. Ooh, Chat! What do you think? Alligator Jesus gonna show up? Is it gonna happen? We gonna get another Alligator Jesus sighting? Place your bets.
Gators will be eating well today. Just dump it in the water.
Yeah, I tried, John. Oh, god damn it.
Okay, I can deal with the rest of the bodies. You go meet up with the caravan, guide them in.
All right.
Oh, there's a gator. Is it Alligator Jesus? Is he gonna go for it? Maybe not. Get the other bodies out of here. Apparently that alligator ain't Alligator Jesus. Oh, what up? I guess I should have brought those bodies down. I thought about it. Let's get this old man out of here. We'll spare John the... Vegan Gator. Yeah, that's what it is. Remember, pray for Gator Jesus to have a great feast. Right. Alligator Jesus requires more offerings. Well, we got him. Maybe Alligator Jesus doesn't like Confederates much. Little too stringy. Little too much angry cortisol in the meat. Too much loser in the meat. You know what I mean? Stars and bars taste like shit. Meat as shitty as the ideology. Am I right or am I right?
Welcome home, all of you, to my humble abode. We got fine living. Ignore the corpses and the alligators. It's paradise.
I love it. Miss Grimshaw, Mr. Pearson, would you two kindly work your magic? Arthur, take a ride with me.
Sure.
Come on.
George,
Yes?
could I have a word with you?
Not now. Come on, Arthur.
Why not, Dutch?
Can
Jesus.
you believe that girl? All I've got going on, and she wants to talk.
Everything okay with you two?
I got far more important things to worry about right now than Molly O'Shea.
So, where are we going?
To take a look at this eighth wonder of the civilized world, Saint Denis, I keep hearing about. According to the map, the road up this way should lead us right in there.
All right. I guess this day ain't over yet.
Not quite. Good work back there, Arthur. Everything went okay?
Few loose ends, nothing major.
And John?
About what you'd expect. He's taking it hard.
We are going to get that boy back, whatever it takes. I need you to start asking around in the city for Bronte. Subtly, of course. Public places, maybe start with the saloons. Anyone who can put us in contact with him.
Of course. What about the Pinkertons?
I'm fairly sure nobody followed us. We moved out fast. We should be safe for a few days here.
And then?
I think we need to move a little further. put some ocean between us and all of this. The mess with those two families, losing Sean. I see things differently now. For a long time, I truly believed a paradise lay somewhere in the West for us. But I just don't know anymore.
So we're leaving the country now?
Maybe. I'm still thinking about it. Whatever we do, we'll need more money. In any case, we have more pressing matters to attend to first.
Dutch. He is so frustrating. He is so frustrating. He doesn't have an end goal. He doesn't have one. Dutch is the quintessential representation of a person who cares solely about the journey and not the destination. Problem is, he's not being honest with folks about that. He keeps selling a bill of goods that we are headed somewhere, that stability is the thing that we are working toward. And that ain't it. If you want to be on the run at all times, if life for you is getting into trouble, you just have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with the group. People are losing friends. They're losing children. People are adversely being affected because they feel a sense of duty, obligation to you. They idealize you. They see you as their leader. That is a decision they make, but it's also one that you facilitate. Your words, your convictions as the leader of a group that everybody is closely bound to and survives within, your words matter more. And if you're about to sit here and tell me, Arthur, that you really don't have a plan, that you are skeptical that any of this is ever going to work out, he's loading all of that anxiety into me. He's basically dispersing it into Arthur by talking about this and by withholding it from the rest of the group. What am I supposed to do with this? Am I supposed to just reassure you and say, yeah, that's okay, Dutch. Everybody will just keep following us no matter where we go through all 9 rings of hell and then whatever's past it? Like, dude, if you're having these doubts, people are counting on you. We actually need a plan. It's fine. If you want to talk to me about this, you better be talking to me about it because you want to create a plan for this group, because you actually want to go in the direction of something. And the fact, this is all about the idea of the carrot at the end of the stick, not the actual carrot. He is a dog chasing a car. If he catches the car, he doesn't know what to do with it. Which is why this has become just this perpetuating identity of the group. We are always on the run. We are always at odds with our context. We are never making an effort to assimilate into the groups that we're in. We come in with the expectation that we are against it, that this civilization is the opposite of what we want. We act accordingly, and then we act all surprised when everybody's like, fuck this group. What the hell are you guys doing? Because we manifest this into existence via our choices. And it feels like we, Arthur, John Marston, are about the only 3 that are willing to entertain that idea or think about that with. Brutal, man. Brutal. I'm so over it. I'm so over Dutch at this point. I appreciate his vulnerability here, but goddamn, man. If we really want to make this work, we're going to have to figure out a way to work with people, not against them. I don't think he cares with Arthur, Mona. I think his vulnerability with Arthur is because he trusts Arthur.
Okay, there she is.
Charles also, yes, Jeremy. Good point.
City. The future.
Big cities. They're
always repellent.
Exactly.
I'll find you in there. Go see what you can figure out.
Yes.
Chapter 4. Saint Denis. Would everyone in the group even be able to be content in this theoretical stable end goal? Probably not. Great question, Anna. Here's the thing. I do think that to some extent, end goal represents a choice for the people that are in the group. Meaning, if Dutch says, for example, we are going to go to San Francisco and we are going to stop there and we are going to find our roles there and we're going to establish ourselves in San Francisco. That's it. Here's the money we need. Here's how we get there. At that point, every single person in the group then has to make a decision. Is that what I want? Do I want to go to San Francisco? Is that tenable for me? And there may be some people that say, no, I don't want to do that. And they may leave the group. At which point, that is another person off the list. It's another person who is not looking at Dutch as a messiah figure. So his ego needs get hurt by that. If Dutch keeps it vague, if he makes the end goal an idea, people fill in the gaps with their own projections and convictions. People, he says, we're going to find a life of freedom. Well, for somebody that might mean, wow, well, that could mean California. Some person that could mean, oh, that means Texas. Maybe that means we're on a farmstead somewhere. Maybe that means we're in the mountains. Maybe that means we're hunter-gatherers, right? People get to fill the gaps in. And so they get connected to the idea instead of the concrete plan. So it's absolutely by design that you keep it vague and you keep it amorphous. Because now people are connected to your idea, not to your plan. That's the point. The idea of the carrot, not the carrot. Because if it was actually a carrot, a person says, I don't like carrots. They're not going to chase it. But if that thing at the end of the stick gets to be anything you want it to be, if the end of the stick is a flaming hot Cheeto, I'm following, right? But I have projected it to be a flaming hot Cheeto. It might be a pile of dog shit. We can't let on that that's what it is. It's amazing what ideas do for people. They might, Daniel. I mean, they stay for a reason. Oops.
Okay then, girl.
Gen A needs a bath. Let's get Gen A taken care of. That feels important to me right now. Maybe. I tweeted about Cheetos today, and now I'm talking about Cheetos again, yeah. It might be, DL. That's a good point. Theodore Eckhart Stables.
Hello there. That horse doing all right?
All right.
Keep that overnight. There's
Packing services. Let's go. Horse care package. Ah. There you go. There you go, Gen A.
Staying out of trouble. Yep. Appreciate it.
Speaking of carrots.
It's all yours. Bring that horse back if you need anything. I'll go, partner.
All right. There we go. All right, so now we got to find this guy. I'm inclined to go to the post office first and see if I can maybe pay off some bounties. Good night, madame. God, what a... St. Denis is... Smog City. This is so cool.
What's your problem, huh? Mister? Monsieur?
Monsieur? Nice. Ooh, we can get a paper? Let's pull Gen A off to the side here. Let's see if we got anything going on in the paper.
Come, please, take a pamphlet and learn how you can save the white race.
Who is saying that shit?
I'm not a hater, I'm a racist. And I want you to be the same.
Eugenics for beginners.
Ask yourself, do I consider myself pure? Then I want you to ask yourself, what is the most disgusting, revolting, vulgar, and depressing thing in all creation? Mingling. Co-mingling. Nature likes purity. Nature does not like co-mingling. Nature likes a family tree, not a family bush. And this being America, and us being nature's paradise on Earth, we must push for purity. I want you, I need you to be pure.
This is what privilege is. This is what dominance looks like. And this is what institutionally supported oppression looks like. This guy's ability to stand on the street and openly state that he is racist and that he is pushing for eugenics as a perspective. The fact that he can stand on these streets is not just reflective of this man, it's reflective of the society in which he is embedded. If a black man stood on the street and said something like this against white folks, that man would be hogtied and killed. He would never even be allowed to do it in the first place. But this guy is allowed the platform. So what he's saying is absolute bullshit. Of course, it's appalling. It's gross. But even more appalling is the fact that this is supported both actively and passively by the environment that he is in. There is nobody holding this man accountable. This man, if a black person walks up to this guy and gives him shit for what he's saying, this man's not in danger. That black man that comes up to him is in danger. The white guy's fine. Black guy's not. If you want to know what institutional privilege, institutionally supported oppression looks like, this is what it looks like. These little minor day-to-day things that allow for this type of thing. We white folk are the ones that have to hold these people accountable. Not because we're white saviors, but because dominant groups have to hold dominant folks accountable. These are conversations that are inherently going to be part of this because of the time period we're in, but this stuff exists today as well.
It ain't that white is better or black is better. It's that purity is better. I happen to be white, as coincidence would have it, and am thereby capable of higher thought. But that's not the matter at hand. What I am a fan of is distinction. Just as some birds fly and others swim, and some cats have spots and others don't, so it is with man. The races must be distinct in order for us to flourish. And them that deny this is pure evil. We are not the same, and that is a fact. I have red blood and heart, and that is distinctive of the Caucasian race.
Now, this is maddening. And part of the reason I think that this is maddening is because this still exists today. But it's different. This is where we talk about the difference between overt and covert racism. We have to look at progressiveness developmentally if we want to understand why this is something that's okay. This is still something that is okay now and is supported now, but in a different way. Hot off of slavery in the Civil War, people could be openly racist because that was intentionally supported. So this is overt racism. The guy literally says, I'm a racist, and continues to spout off all this shit. Over time, as there was a groundswell of support for civil rights, and as groups became more active and started pushing for equality, being overtly racist was no longer acceptable, in part because it wasn't politically useful to be overtly racist. So people then, they didn't just automatically change overnight their racist ideology. They became more clever with how they facilitated it. This is where you saw things like redlining. This is where you see people of color getting denied loans. This is where you see microaggressions. And in some ways, covert racism can be even more dangerous because it's harder to call out. It's harder to hold accountable. And it makes it harder to know where you need to avoid a person. Right? You see this guy, you go, I'm avoiding that shit. It's easy. You go, Jesus, racist. I'm out of here. Right? Covert racism is something that poisons the well a lot harder. So we still see covert racism to this day. We've made it more invisible to white people, by the way. It's invisible to white people, not invisible to non-white people. Non-white people who are listening to me talk right now are like, yeah, I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, that shit's everywhere. I have to work 3,000 times harder than you do, Dr. Mick, because of all the red tape that's in place societally. Right? Covert racism becomes invisible to the dominant group, which means that the dominant group is less likely to hold people in the dominant group accountable. It's a really great defense mechanism against progressiveness. This guy is overt. Covert are the people who all of a sudden run out of certain types of alcohol when a black guy walks into the saloon and wants a drink, just like his white folks that are around him. The other point that I want to make about this is that this is also the power of representation. Because this guy has institutional support for his message, because this guy can sit on a street and spout this bullshit and talk about eugenics, the normal layperson that's walking through the streets of Saint Denis, even if they don't actively pay attention to the fact that this guy is saying stuff, they are passively encoding into their brain that what this guy is saying must have some truth to it because he's being allowed to speak publicly about it. Because this type of representation is allowed and supported, there must be something to it. And so people who know nothing about race, know nothing about how to appreciate difference, are going to assimilate this into their, or even create a schema about race based on these messages that are represented to them. They think to themselves, well, I don't see black people refuting it, right? I'm not walking down the streets of Saint Denis seeing black folks talking about why this is wrong. Well, if you're white, you're going to say, well, it must be because there's something to it. It must be because they're not as intelligent like this guy is saying. Instead of understanding that a black person going up to this guy and calling him out on it is in danger. That's why you don't see the representation. That's why diverse representation is so important and why you have to have institutional support for diverse representation. You need to have people in power who move diverse ranges of folks into power with them to make decisions. Because if we have a more progressive and diverse board of people in power in Saint Denis, this ain't going to be allowed. This is not the type of representation that's going to be the single story that people see and have access to. It's amazing how one guy standing in a street here in this game can contribute to 20 minutes worth of conversation about representation and the importance of it, even in 2021.
If I were you, I'd shut up.
You, sir, do you want a pamphlet?
Okay.
Read it. It's really interesting stuff. I explain, using real science, why we whites are under attack and what we must do to fight back.
Under attack?
Yes, under attack. People aren't the same, sir. I mean, white people are the same. And all the other races are trying to kill us. I don't want to die, sir.
I got friends who's Mexican, friends who's Indian. I've known blacks, Irish, Italians, good and bad and all. I've known good white people and bad white people. And above all, dumb white people.
You, sir, are a real fool.
Am I?
How can you possibly believe in equality? I've never heard such nonsense in all my natural-born days. This man believes people are equal.
The audacity!
For yourself, sir. Speak for yourself.
I'm sorry, you just called me a fool?
A fool! A fool! A fool!
Come here!
Someone help me!
Anybody got a problem? Now, the message we just sent to the fine folks of Saint Denis is that if you start pontificating about racist bullshit, you're going to get your ass beat. See that, folks? Racism doesn't pay. Also, what a walking contradiction. I, a white man, walk up to him and go, yeah, I don't know that this is true. He goes, pure white people are great. We are more intelligent. White guy comes up to him and says, yeah, dude, this is bullshit. And he's like, no, you're a damn fool. He's talking out of his ass. I mean, honestly, if nothing else, the guy was talking over the trumpet, and I don't really appreciate that, but, Now, because this man is constituted of such purity, one can only reasonably assume that white meat is the most desirable for the divine alligator. As such, I believe that our fine deity, the Alligator Jesus, we so do call him, might quite enjoy a fine feast of pure white meat with delicious red blood and a nice plump heart. So I reckon we ought to take this man out to the fine swamps of St. Denis and let him have a nice reckoning with the good Lord who doth bestow that purity upon him. I mean, it seems only right. Now, I reckon we find ourselves a good spot.
Whoa, easy.
I reckon we make ourselves a camp. I reckon we take ourselves a nap. Now I hear Gators is real hungry in the morning. Did you sleep well, darling? You beautiful, pure Belle. I gotta believe that you have the most best sleep there ever rightly was for a fine human, because if you live pure, you must sleep pure. I could only hope that one day I might have the rest that it takes to be slung over the shoulder of a fool and still manage to keep my beauty rest. I do so envy you, sir. You have that ability, and I do think that that's even more reason why our fine friend Alligator Jesus may be interested in what it is that you have to offer. Now, why don't you just go ahead and have yourself a seat in that mud? Didn't mean to scare them gators off. Come on, fellas. I'll wait. Those must just be the alligator apostles. We gotta find Alligator Jesus. I do reckon that we have not found him. Oh, ye great Alligator Jesus. May thy divine jaws come and take hold of this fine, pure specimen that I have left you on the beach. Look, the Lord doth shine his light through thine heretic smog for the morning. I do believe that this man, should we find the right location, will serve as a welcome sacrifice. I see a gator out in the water, but it's going the wrong way. All right, come on, sir. Really is incredible that this man can sleep through all this stuff. Maybe we need to bloody the waters. That's an interesting thought. I reckon we just haven't found the right spot. That's what I reckon. Oh, Alligator Jesus! Hey, I see maybe some big gators over there on the other end of that swamp. I reckon we find our way over there. Might just be some fine eating. Red Dead Redemption 2 of the Therapist, Part 17. The search for Alligator Jesus Boogaloo. It's a long, hard trek, friends, but I do declare we will find him. Oh. Oh, I hear him hissing. The Lord doth hiss. All right. Hey. Gator Jesus, I have brought you a fine specimen for you to munch on. How are you, Alligator Jesus? I have left you a fine, pure specimen that you might enjoy. Come on now. Come on. You want me to go hide in the bushes? You want to do it out of plain sight? Oh my Lord. Look at all of them. Oh, there's a big one over there. That must not be Alligator Jesus. That ain't him. Something this pure, Alligator Jesus would be more than happy. All right, all right. I get it. You ain't hungry. That guy comes running after me. We are booking it. I'll try the other ones. Howdy. I do declare you fine specimens look like you could use yourself a meal this morning. I reckon breakfast is served. Now, may I interest you, O ye Peninsula Gator? Are thee thy divine? Are you the divine one? Come on. Alligator Jesus, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm afraid to shoot him, as I'm worried if I shoot him. All right, you ain't him, huh? All right, all right. I'm going. You made your point. I'll find another gator to feed. All these goddamn progressive alligators coming in, taking over the bayou. Where are my racist gators at? First you get progressive people, then you get progressive gators. Sick of this bullshit. You eat my racist friend now. Now, I have flambéed him sufficiently, in my opinion. There we go. Come on. Oh, this is going to be... Oh, this is so scary to pick up. Oh, God. Oh, God. I know. I see you. Keep backing up. Oh, no. Shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, my stomach hurts. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. It seems to me that we have failed. Is he still out there? I really hope he's out there. I really hope I didn't wake my wife up. Oh my God. I just screamed so loud. That might be the loudest I've ever screamed. That scared the shit out of me. I want my hat back. He's gone. He's gone. He must have ate him after he ate me. Mr. Turtle, did you see, Mr. Turtle, did you see where he went? Oh my God. All right, well. The gator preferred quality meat. He did indeed. I guess if that's the litmus test for who tastes better, chat, let it be known. Non-racists taste better than racists. You heard it here first. Racists apparently are immune to being eaten by alligators. Even Alligator Jesus don't want them. Oh my God, that was something. What a moment. All right. Well, we tried. We tried, chat, and we failed. Miserably.
Yeah. Somebody help me! Yep. Remain right there, nice and the beat.
I reckon these stringy Lemoyne Raiders probably aren't going to be too ideal for our Gator friends either. Oh, whoops. That guy didn't deserve to be looted. Reckon I'ma fit in better out here with this hat. This hat's stupid. I'm not wearing this hat. Stupid hat. Not wearing a Confederate hat. Just wanted to see if it fit. I thought maybe people joined the Confederacy because the hats are more comfortable or something. Apparently that ain't the case. Alright, back to Saint Denis. I am confused, man, in Rome. That's exactly what I'm doing. I reckon if anybody knows where Jack is, it's Alligator Jesus. Screw this guy, this Bronte guy we're supposed to find. Alligator Jesus knows the way. Can we just talk about the sound design in this game for a second as I walk across this wooden bridge? And the sound is like exactly what you would expect it to be, riding a horse across a wooden bridge like this. Amazing. Alright, what did I mark? I marked... oh, the post office. Yeah, I gotta pay bounties off. Holy shit. Alright, we digressed a bit there, chat, but it felt like it was needed as some relief from finding our boy Jack. No smoking, huh? Alright, yeah, wouldn't want to pollute the air. Oh yeah, I wanted to buy a paper, and then that racist guy was here. Oh, he's not, he doesn't have one to sell me yet. Okay.
You need a ride, fella?
Something breaking your head.
Greetings. Good to see you.
Yeah? Is it?
It's worth every penny.
Oh, no bounties. Alright. I reckon maybe,
See you later.
we go find ourselves a nice quiet spot over on the dock and read our journal.
Hello.
I did, Rage. Tokyo drifted a horse, absolutely. That's what we do. Alright, nice quiet place to have a seat here. Arthur, sit down. You gonna do this stupid shit again where you kneel in front of it? Arthur, you have got to be about the biggest idiot. This is not how you sit on a bench. But whatever. It'll work. It'll do. Oh shit, he drew a picture of Sean dead? Oof. Sean has been killed. I'm more sad than I can admit. I loved that little loudmouth wretch more than I knew. He was like an annoying little brother to me. What fun we had riding together. Now he's dead. His head shot half off in an ambush. What a goddamn mess we were making of these things. Still no Confederate gold, but a shitload of trouble. We moved again. More trouble with the Pinkertons. More trouble with them locals. More trouble all around. Little Jack's been kidnapped, so we're trying to find him. Apparently, some fellow in Saint Denis, senior something or other, took umbrage to our presence and kidnapped him, or, heaven forbid, worse. We burnt down Braithwaite Manor when we went hunting for him, in an almighty scrap. Then we got spoken to again by Agent Milton. This time he asked for Dutch's head on a platter. We got him to leave, but they ain't too pleased with us. Alright, I reckon maybe we check the old saloon here for Bronte.
Hey, friend. Hello, sir.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Smelling that fine benchwood, yeah. Reckon a horse down here probably ain't the best of ideas, so let's get back over to the streets. Howdy, miss. Jade Dragon Peking Restaurant. Nice.
Homes for the blind? Is someone there? Anything to spare for a blind man?
Wow, you can really steal his money? Jesus.
Oh, is someone there? Hello?
Here you go, friend.
Bless you, mister. Truly, you're a saint. Yes, sir. There should be more people in the world like you. God bless.
Hey, happy to help, but I could have given him more. I got $2,000, and instead I give him 50 cents. Come on, Arthur.
Please, can you spare some money for a blind man?
Oof. Being blind during these times. Jenny, what are you doing?
Please, anything you can spare would be much appreciated.
Yes, DL, you are correct.
Hey there. Thought you were blind.
What? Oh, no, you must be thinking of another blind feller. No! Howdy, stranger. Oh, come on, it's just a few coins.
Here's what is really awful about what that guy does. Oh, man. Okay, so people have a tendency to already dehumanize the homeless. And people who muster up the absolute most intense vulnerability to walk up to random strangers or to sit on the street and ask for help. It is really hard to do that. The amount of shame that people experience in doing that is immense. We dehumanize homeless folks because it makes us very uncomfortable to sit with the idea and the empathy of what it must be like to not have a place to go and to have to sit on the street and ask for help. Really a sad thing. What people like this do is they make it even worse for people who are homeless who have the courage to go up and ask people for help. Because it turns people who would normally give, it turns them skeptical of people who legitimately need the help. Now, really easy to get mad at this guy and you say, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. This is why I'm not giving any help to anybody who's homeless ever, because they might be yanking my chain. And you know what? That's a terrible reason to stop helping. So the guy got 50 cents. I made the decision to help that guy because it was important to me to help that guy. Turns out to be a scam. Well, there was also a chance that it wasn't. And so this is another instance where using hindsight is not fair. Because if that makes me skeptical of the next person that is vulnerably sitting on the street asking for help, and I choose not to help them because somebody who didn't need the help got the help from me before, what good is that? So we have to be careful with how we read these types of situations. Very easy to get angry at that and say, this is why I don't help anybody on the street, because you never know if they're lying to you. Yeah, the odds are, though, that if a person's vulnerable enough to do that, there's probably a good chance that they have to do it and that they are legitimate. And even still, it doesn't change the sentiment of the fact that you helped a person who was expressing need. Don't let people like this prevent you from seeing people who are homeless as human. I hate people that do this shit. But these are the people that get stuff like panhandling outlawed. When there are people who legitimately can't get help, they can't find jobs, they're held down by homelessness, they're absolutely hopeless. They're doing anything they can to scrape by a few dollars to be able to eat some food or to get a shot of whiskey so that they can forget about how shitty their life is for a little bit. Elliot, you can walk your dog. I'll handle the bots if they come through.
Hello.
Also, a mindset that homelessness equals joblessness, which is not the case. Absolutely not. It's absolutely not the case, for sure. Anyway, it's just an important point for me to make. The dehumanization of the homeless is really, I think, one of the worst social things that humans do. Yep, I agree with that, Phoenix.
Looking for a man called Bronte. Have you heard of him?
Don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, never mind. Hey, friend, I'm new in town. Supposed to be meeting a man called Angelo Bronte. Any idea where I might find him?
Not in here, that's for sure. If he wants to drink anywhere, it would be the Bastille Saloon opposite the park with the Quincy Harris statue.
Appreciate it.
Just watch yourself, he's got quite the reputation.
Well, I'll drink to that. Thank you, sir.
Oh, a whiskey.
Can't help it.
Finest whiskey, I guess.
I'm drunk as a skunk.
Oh, what's up, man?
Where you from, mister? Me, I'm St. Denis, born and bred. This
Are
is
you?
the real city right here. Might not look like much, but St. Francis is the soul. Not the mansion district with all those big old houses. You won't hear music like you do around here nowhere else in the world. Ragtime, he puts rhythm in the white man. What do you care? Not much, I'm guessing.
Hey, mister. Got a smile on my face today.
Good.
That's all you got for him, Arthur?
Can I get a whiskey?
whiskey.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sirs.
Hey there, mister.
Y'all doing all right?
I want to tip him.
Hello, sir.
Hey, partner.
Well, that's that.
All right. Well, I reckon this is a fine place to stop. We'll go find Bronte in the next episode now that we know where he's at. Chat, thank you for coming out. Those of you that are watching the VOD, thank you so much for making it through this episode. I hope you enjoyed it immensely. Please make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Turn it on to all so you know when I go live. Would love to see you out here. Please leave a comment. I love reading comments on the videos. So if you got something to say about today's episode or anything we talked about, I would love to hear it. I do read all of them. I don't respond to all of them, but I read all of them.
Caught a newspaper boy sleeping.
Thank you all so much for coming out, and I appreciate it. And again, those of you that become members while I am offline, while you're watching the VOD, thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate that. You can hit the join button, and the financial support is appreciated. Also, check out all the social links and probably the merch link down below.